and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Europa Universalis 4 in our chill Ottoman game. Where, as far as our claims go, most of our claims are saying go east. Yeah, most of our claims are saying go east. It's maybe a little bit disappointing because there's a little bit to do. Me wanting to eventually go west and go to Milan or the Pope. You've got France as a friend. You've got Austria as a friend. Actually, Austria as a friend wouldn't be that bad. And the Pope as a friend. Okay, so that's probably how we get around the France problem. There's an idea. Yeah, let's start the Unholy Alliance. Unholy Alliance of France and the Ottoman Empire. And then we can use that as a way to get into some of the people here in Italy. Because their main defender is France. And Austria. And, well, it's a choice between France and Austria. I know who we want on our team. Coming through our things. We've got a couple of disloyal subjects, which is fine and kind of expected, because we have so many. Coming up on potentially being able to do some technologies. We are probably going to postpone it a little bit. I don't want to pay 11 years ahead of time. The innovativeness isn't quite worth that. And it's not like it's... If this was Admin Tech 14, I'd be tempted to take it to the next, take the next thing, but nope, it isn't. Take Janissary privileges. Oh, Venice still exists. There is still, in fact, a Venice. Clear this. What do I need to clear? Let's just insult them. Venice has been in at least 100, and like me, or all the following, has been insulted and won a war against Venice in the last 25 years. Okay. That's not super easy, but I suppose we could just fabricate a claim on them and start something. So we could also diplovassalize the knights. So let's start working on diplovassalizing the knights. Army-wise, I think we want... So, oh, I was pre-positioning my troops to do an invasion. So in 15 days, we're going to invade Hormuz and Ajam. Because we have claims on all of Hormuz, we have claims on all of Ajam. I don't know if we'll co-belligerate... we'll probably co-belligerate them. Bukhara. Okay, Bukhara is getting a bit big. Maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so with that, we got our diplomat back to start the war. So that's definitely a manageable war. We can go into this war, no problem. We co-belligerate Ajam. That expands the war. Didn't actually spend that much because Bukhara isn't planning to come. We got no more claims on the Great Horde. So I suppose we could actually just co-belligerate the Great Horde as well, which doesn't bring anyone else in. I think there's more options for taking stuff off with them. Okay. And then it just comes down to deciding which province I want as the war goal. Zufra probably makes sense. Zufra, yeah. Okay, we're going to take a stability hit for having a royal marriage, I think with Ajam. Because probably screwed up at some point, but this one stability hit. It'll be fine. Okay, with that, we're at war. If anything, I should probably throw some guys up to deal with the other fronts. Little overcommitted over here. But we'll continue to be overcommitted here. We'll see how everyone else responds to the war. And of course, 5 days into a war, the military advisor dies. Let's grab the morale of army guide. Nobles are worried, because of course the nobles are worried. Spend some of our diplo-military power to not waste it. Something like that. Oh, I suppose I could have spent the military power on firing the cannons to penetrate some walls faster. I think construction-wise, I think we need to be focusing on expanding the courthouse network. And yeah, we won't be able to get out to the island of Hormuz, but we should be able to siege down the rest of it. Which in a way it's probably fine for us. We're not planning to take the entire thing, I think. No, we probably could take the entire thing, if we could get there. No, they're 140%, so we won't be able to take the whole thing anyway. Oh, there goes one of the major fortresses. With that, let's just free this unit up for going north. If we leave 2 units down here, that'll keep Hormuz on the island. Version complete. I think that was a Shia province that was going to be raided, yeah. Oh, and building courthouses is the other one that's not allowed to build. Okay. Government reform. Tier 6-1. So we can take the General States. It's tempting. That would help us reform faster. Or we could do aristocratic court for the diplomatic reputation, which will allow us to vassalize bigger people. We'll get the diplomatic reputation. We'll swap up the other one in after we vassalize all the people we want. We'll hold off a little bit there. I'm not 100% sure we'll get them up to 190. Okay, all those forts have fallen, so you can march up there. We'll leave the second one down here. Just to keep the Hormuzans bottled up in Hormuz. Oh, someone has taken admin tech already. We'll be able to wait until the year tech and get another 10% off of it. And still get our innovativeness. And it's just the admin one that's been taken, so we can invest the other points a little bit. Let's march you north to deal a little bit with the Great Horde, because the Great Horde appears to be more of an issue than Ajam is. We're going to balance our forces between all the fronts a little bit better than it was previously. when it's January, so we're gonna get the best bonus for this right now. I think it is just that one, yeah. Scripted, well, semi-scripted female ruler of the Austrians. It does appear that they managed to do the proclamation that allows female rulers of the empire, which is fine. But so proclaim is 10, offer military access is 10, influence and gift is 50, so that'd be another 70. Yeah, okay, we can get them up to the appropriate number for the last limit. It's gonna be close, but we can do it. I suppose given that, let's start moving on some of those. So we can proclaim the guarantee now. Imdrasa. Great military victory. Lost the national scientist. Might you should go for... Oh, not you. Go for the missionary strength guy here. We do have some territories that we want to convert quickly for various missions. Plus, while we are very tolerant of the heathen, we are very intolerant of the heretic in the game right now. Okay, so you go deal with that army. Okay, so I think we caught that army. Okay, that's the last of the effective courthouses. Let's order over David Spire. Just go ahead and refresh it. Of course, we get a construction cost decrease right after we do a bunch of construction. That is my luck in RNG these days. Oh, managed to juke me. Siege of Astrakhan is over. Go siege the Great Horde's capital. The monument that we were constructing in the conflict capital is done. Giving us a fully upgraded Hagia Sophia. Which does help with apparently helps with heretics. So we've got heretic tolerance up to basically 0. Also the true faith. Actually, let's have you not go deal with guys in the west. Go deal with the guy on our fort. Oh, and I can still be using this diplomat to work towards our diplomatizing goals post-war. Get up to 3 to stability there, which is nice. Okay, siege of that place is done. Yes, I have 2 people going to Kazan now, but I'll be fine. Iraqis. Where are you? Okay. Actually, let's redirect back to deal with the Iraqis. Oops. Lost a little bit of men, or military power. Okay, siege of Crimea is done. Fight the guys in Kaffa. Nice easy victory there. Oh, wait. Let that cap down as well. Whoops. Yeah, this is a chill game as the Ottomans. Currently waiting for the Iraqis. They might actually pop up quicker if it wasn't right on top of one of their spawn spots. And yeah, as far as these ones, we're waiting for someone to invent one of them first. Because otherwise we're just wasting extra power that we don't need right now. We don't need the military bonus or the military one. And we don't need to be even more ahead of time on Diplo right now. I suppose we also look into trying to end the war in some ways. Let's see, what sort of peace deal do we want with you? Let's quickly check. Do you have cores on B? Yes, so don't want to do that one, because then he'll have cores on me. The other one's a definite. Okay. So, no you, but yes you. Lustron is my subject, so returning cores to the subject makes sense. That's a subject of mine. That's a subject of mine. No, that's the subject we've already been giving stuff to. Subject we've already been giving stuff to. That's a subject of mine. Yeah, so we can force 100% war score on them. We can just do it by making them give stuff back to our subjects, which is probably a good way to go about doing it. This is probably a good time. Let's go ahead, debase the currency. And then force faithful adherence to remove the corruption. Move towards legalism here. This would be one additional possible advisor. The last one's pretty good, which is probably what we want to get up to. So yeah, let's start getting that upgraded. Do the send gift bribe. Siege of Kazan is over. So manage autonomous sieging. Just siege down all the Great Horde, please. Nice victory over Great Horde. There's the Iraqis, which we get an army redeployed to deal with. Battle of Baghdad is done. You were about to finish sieging all that down, so I don't need to send you over to help. Send you over to the west to start re-sieging some of our stuff over there. We can also look into... We've got all the forts sieged down in the Great Horde, so they might be a little vulnerable to piecing out as well. So it depends on what we want from them. Astrakhan we almost certainly have a core of, because it's named after a city we own. Ryazan I think we don't. So probably would make sense to do Ryazan. I'll just double check quickly with the cores in Astrakhan. I mean, Astrakhan doesn't make sense, because we have Astrakhan cores. Turn that to Kazan. Kazan is actually our subject, so that's... Yeah, Kazan is actually our subject, so that makes sense. And then it comes down to, do I want to be aggressive / mean and take more territory from them? Or I could tell them to revoke all your cores on my stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. War operations... Or do I want... no, I probably want that over the cores. We got a person here. All it's going to take is getting alliance with to vassalize. And then turn into an islet. Also known, from my perspective, as a bunch of free land. Okay, as soon as I get the back, we can press this one as well. Ajam basically crumples and almost disappears into my subjects. And then we have Hormuz. We got 91% war score on Hormuz. I think I'll just take their coastal stuff if I can. They're not going to agree to me taking the island, because, well, it's their capital and it's got all the value in it. Sure, okay. There we go. That would be victory in this war. Start coring everything we just directly took. Call you for a bit. When you get that's back, we'll start on the train to devassalizing all the peoples. So we offer an alliance there. Offer an alliance there. Offer an alliance there. Over here, we'll have to offer military access first. Here, we can just go ahead and offer the vassalization of the July. And similar to you, 17th of July, offer vassalization. We can see some land, which we should do. Apparently, Ryzan is Muslim, so he can marry us, okay. Let's spend a little bit of military power by the looks of it. And a little bit diplo as well. And then as soon as 30 days are up with these guys, we can offer you vassalization. And then we can turn everyone into islets. That takes us back under our diplomatic relations camp. Let's try to improve relations with the French. Relations are a little low for an ally. And then we were improving relations and ready, presumably, to annex them. Yeah. Okay, and then I think as far as claims go, the next person to presumably invade would be Fars. There might be a couple different ways to deal with Fars. For example, we could probably break a couple nations out of them. Oh, maybe just one? Maybe just the one. One and return a bunch of cores. That might shrink them enough that we can diplomacize them, though. We'll see. We have a couple claims. We have exactly 2 claims on Ethiopia, so it might make sense to go after the Ethiopian claims. Where was I as far as our missions down here? So we've got the end of the Persian threat that we can complete. 20 provinces in Persian region, okay. Owned by us or our subjects. Gain permanent claim in the Khorasan region. And for 50 years, we get a bunch of cost decrease, which is nice. And we got Seize the Caliph. Oh, we got Seize the Caliph because I converted Baghdad. Just getting around to converting Baghdad. If we're not Muslim religion, we can pick that option. So we've got this one, Embrace Mysticism, which is of a low piety. Or we can go with the one we're on, which is Embrace Legalism, which is a high piety. Which is what we'll do. We'll go this way. We almost have that piety. Yeah, we almost have that piety for that level. Be able to complete that one quickly. Village legal code, one extra village for them, more reform progress, and basically a choice allows to flip rapidly back and forth between the two of them. And then upgrades the thing also to +2 tolerance of the true faith. Okay. The ultimate rewards. Bonuses for the Dhimmi. Tolerance of heathens. Bonus to maximum tolerance of heathens. Yeah, we'll stick with the legalism option. Then we control the Red Sea, which gives us a bunch of claims on a different place. So where do our claims go up to? Okay, more claims down in the Horn of Africa area. We got claims on Afghanistan. Who is happens to be allied with the Fars and Malwa. And is big enough we cannot take them and cannot eat them in one war. We'll take multiple wars. Granted, some of those might be break nations off of them. So, like, for example, we have Khorasan, so we can return the Khorasan clovers, which are all those. They have Transoceania cores, so actually, let's already march to Afghanistan after all. Yeah, so there's a bunch of Khorasan cores. We could get returned fairly easily. And then we have cores, or claims on Ethiopia and Adol down there. We have the islet of Adol, which requires us to have 6 more provinces in the area. Excuse me, more claims farther down. And starts to push me into getting to India and the spice trade. Okay. Okay, and also, what is our peace treaty? It's been a while in real life, not necessarily in game, with Hungary. Okay, so independence supported by a bunch of people. Junior partner of Saxony, and it does look like our treaty with Saxony is over. So we can turn around and take more off of Hungary. If we take enough off of Hungary, we can not completely annihilate Hungary mission. To allow us to expand the Derbyshire system. Unlocked and automatically enact it. Okay. Isn't necessarily the best thing. So we'd replace whatever tier 5 is. So we'd lose the Ghazi warriors. Which wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world. So maybe we shouldn't be too worried about that. And then we can also move into break the von Habsburgs, which is if we own Vienna, we'll get the event fall of Vienna. Which presumably does something. Potentially, I'm not sure if that actually breaks the tree. It might break the tree, I'm not sure. And we can march for Rome, take over Rome, and crown Rome. Okay. So yeah, I think we want at least to take the spare troops back to the west. How big of a fight is it going to be fighting Hungary? Big, because in this situation, Austria will be involved. East Saxony, Austria. Great Britain's probably ignorable. We get France in on this. It's still too early for France. Yeah, still a little too early for France. Well, plus France is currently in another war. Also, looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put the park break in. Let's get the troops moving eastward, or not westward. So, where do I want to go? We'll get the troops moving to the correct destination. Actually, no, we'll make that decision at the beginning of the next part, because it gives me a moment to think about it. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, because we're going to record another 4 parts in this recording session. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around, because I'm going to record those parts after a short break, mainly to decide, do I go east, south, or west? Depending on the aggressive expansion, kind of leaning towards going west, because then we can take south of Hungary. And try to advance the quest chain going westward. Although there is that big war, it would be a big war involving Austria and such. Postpone it, then we can probably drag the French into it, which is probably what we want to do. So I probably do want to do south or east. The troops are pretty reasonably positioned for east, but yeah, we'll come back to that. That'll be the decision I make over the break. So I hope you've all been enjoying it. We'll pick this up in the next part for you, which on YouTube, again, will be tomorrow. Twitch will be in a couple minutes after I make that decision. So until then, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.